bank executive is now stirring movement in realms you cannot see. This speaks of a hidden transaction, a divine surprise, a miracle prepared with your name written across it. Before we go any further, allow your heart to settle and stay with me until the very end. And yes, my child, if your spirit feels stirred by these words, respond with faith and stay connected so you don't miss what heaven continues to unfold for you. Listen closely now. Just moments ago, beyond the limits of what your eyes can see, a shift took place. In the systems of this world, a bank executive stood frozen, staring in disbelief at an account carrying your name. It wasn't a mistake and it wasn't confusion. It was pure shock at a deposit so vast and so unexplainable that logic could not contain it. This was not a check measured by ordinary currency, but by destiny itself, issued specifically for you. And the truth is, this check has been waiting far longer than you realize. Do not rush past this moment. Do not skip ahead. Time matters here, my child, because what is happening is not only about abundance. It is about a divine return, a holy exchange, a recompense long overdue. Every tear you wiped away in silence, every prayer you whispered when no one else heard, has been carefully recorded. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was forgotten. When it looked like doors were closing, heaven was opening vaults. When you felt overlooked, your name was being spoken in places beyond time itself. Right now, unseen forces are lining up around you. You might sense it as a sudden calm or a quiet alertness rising within your spirit. That feeling is real. It is the atmosphere shifting. Angels have been moving quietly, adjusting circumstances, clearing obstacles, and preparing what you were not yet ready to hold. This moment was never delayed because you were denied. It was delayed because you were being prepared. And now, my child, that season of preparation is coming to an end. Archangel Michael himself stood before the gates of divine provision and spoke your name with authority. When your name was spoken, heaven responded. Records were opened, seals were broken, and a command was released. What was once held back has now been set in motion. The check that caused such shock was not written in haste. It was prepared long ago, marked with divine intention and sealed with an authorization only heaven could release. That authorization has now gone active. You may wonder why the days before this felt so heavy, why progress seemed slow and answers felt delayed. Those were not setbacks, my child. They were holding periods. Heaven does not release overflow into fragile vessels. You were being strengthened, expanded, and refined. Every delay increased your capacity. Every closed door added value to who you were becoming. And now, something extraordinary is shifting around you. Stay with me. Do not let distraction steal this moment. The executive who saw your account was not chosen by chance. He doesn't even realize he served as a witness. Heaven required earthly confirmation because what is coming to you defies reason. It needed to be seen even if it could not be understood. His disbelief was part of the sign, proof that the transfer is real. Hear this now. Remain calm. Do not panic at the size of what is unfolding. This check represents restoration on every level of your life. Not only finances, but peace replacing anxiety, honor replacing rejection, and opportunity replacing loss. Everything that felt taken from you is being credited back. Love, time, confidence, clarity, nothing is missing anymore, my child. This is not about becoming someone new. It is about returning to who you were always meant to be. The energy of lack that followed you is being erased from your path. Heaven is updating your record. New chapters are opening, marked by elevation, favor, and sudden breakthrough. You were never invisible. You were simply in the process. This check did not appear by chance. It was prepared long before your first heartbreak, waiting patiently for the moment you were ready to receive what was always meant to be yours. Before your very first disappointment, before you ever began to question your value, something was already being formed around you. Every restless night added weight to it. Every moment you chose faith instead of bitterness added another layer, another unseen increase. And now, Archangel Michael gently whispers to you, telling you not to be afraid of the size of what is coming. Heaven has already shaped you to hold it. You were prepared long before you ever knew what you were being prepared for. Stay close. Stay fully present. The identity of the sender is deeply connected to everything you have lived through, every season you survived, every silent battle you fought. When that identity is finally revealed, understanding will rush over you like a wave, and suddenly so many unanswered questions will make sense. You will see why certain things had to unfold the way they did, why some people could not walk with you any further, why paths you trusted suddenly collapsed beneath your feet. None of it was random. It was alignment even when it felt like loss. Before we move any further, my child, I ask you once again, if you feel the stirring inside your spirit, respond in faith and stay connected. This is not just a message meant to be heard and forgotten. It is a moment you are meant to step into. As you do, hold this truth close to your heart. Something enormous is already waiting for you. Stay with me now. Do not drift away. Do not question why you are still here listening. Do not drift away. Do not question why you are still here listening. There is momentum building, and in the spiritual realm, momentum is precious. What has already begun cannot be undone, but it does need to be understood. The moment that divine check, worth more than numbers can explain, was released, a ripple moved through realms far beyond what human eyes can perceive. It was not loud or dramatic the way the world defines miracles. It was exact. It was powerful. It was final. Your name moved like a signal across dimensions, and when it did, the unseen responded. You may not realize this yet, but the banker's disbelief was not the miracle itself. It was the confirmation of it. His hands shook not because of the figures he saw, but because something in his spirit recognized that what stood before him did not belong to the system it had entered. That pause, that frozen breath in time, was the meeting point between heaven and earth. And right now, my child, you are standing in that same place. In this very moment, Archangel Michael stands beside a table made of light, holding a scroll marked with your name. It shines differently than the others, not because you are greater than anyone else, but because you endured. Heaven does not measure worth the way the world does. Heaven measures weight, and your soul carries weight because you remained standing when life tried again and again to force you to your knees. That is why this moment belongs to you. That is why you are here now. Do not reduce the meaning of that check to paper or currency. It is neither. It is access. Access to spaces you were never allowed into before. Access to favor that cannot be explained, copied, or taken from you. Access to moments where your name will be spoken in rooms you have never physically entered. This is why things will soon begin to line up in ways that feel almost unreal. Messages will arrive at the exact right time. Opportunities will appear as if they were designed specifically for you. Doors will open without the struggle you are used to fighting through. This is not coincidence. This is clearance. You have already felt the early signs, even if you could not put words to them. A strange blend of peace and restlessness. A calm that suddenly gives way to waves of emotion. Moments of deep exhaustion that seem to come without reason. This was never weakness. It was adjustment. Your spirit has been syncing with a higher frequency, creating space for what is now being transferred into your life. Heaven never pours new wine into an old vessel. You are being expanded from the inside, gently but deliberately. Now Archangel Michael whispers again, telling you not to fear what comes next. When abundance begins to move toward you, it can feel overwhelming, not because it is harmful, but because it is unfamiliar. You have lived in survival mode for so long. Now you are being invited to receive. That shift alone can feel unsettling. But listen closely, my child. What is coming will not crush you. It will steady you. It will ground you. It will restore you. This check carries restoration woven into it. Every rejection you endured earned interest. Every delay multiplied what was already set aside for you. Every door that closed was not a denial, but a redirection towards something far greater than you could see at the time. You believed certain losses destroyed you. Heaven recorded them as deposits. Nothing was lost. Nothing was erased. Everything was accounted for. Stay with me now. Do not rush past this revelation, because the sender of this blessing is closer than you realize. You have felt their presence in moments when you should have fallen apart but somehow didn't. In moments when peace arrived without explanation. In moments when something unseen urged you to keep going even when logic told you to stop. Those were not coincidences. Those were fingerprints. Those were signs. And right now, everything is converging. Your life is being brought back into balance, like an equation finally solving itself. Every loss you endured is being met with restoration. Every long season of waiting is now being answered with acceleration. What you are receiving is like a spiritual receipt, clear proof that divine justice did not overlook you but stood firmly on your side. The banker was only meant to witness it, but you were always meant to receive it, and that difference matters deeply, my child. The reason your path felt so heavy for so long is because what was being prepared for you was far too big to arrive before you were ready. You had to grow into it. Your discernment needed to sharpen. Your heart needed to mature. Your faith needed to deepen beyond surface belief into something unshakable. The waiting was never punishment. It was preparation. And now that preparation has reached its completion. You may already feel it, or you may soon notice it around you. Your environment begins responding differently. People listen more closely when you speak. Resistance softens. Conflicts resolve without the struggle you once knew. This is the ripple effect of your name being spoken in higher courts of light. When heaven authorizes a transfer, reality has no choice but to adjust. Systems shift. Timelines realign. Energy rearranges itself around your life. Archangel Michael leans forward now and declares that your account has reached divine overflow. This does not mean excess without meaning. It means provision without fear. It means you no longer have to live in survival mode, bracing for the next loss. Your time is not approaching, my child. It has already arrived. And with it comes responsibility, not heavy or burdensome, but sacred. You may begin to notice strange coincidences, repeated signs, familiar names resurfacing, and opportunities circling back in unexpected ways. Do not dismiss these moments. They are not random. They are confirmations that what has been authorized is now integrating into your reality. Heaven often whispers before it ever speaks loudly. Stay present, my child, because the sender's message is still unfolding, and it is far more personal than you realize. The signature on that check carries a truth that will realign how you understand your entire life. When you recognize it, something deep within you will finally settle. Doubt will lose its voice. Before we move any further, hear this clearly. If your heart feels stirred, if something inside you quietly knows this message is meant for you, respond in faith and stay connected. This is not entertainment. This is alignment. Something enormous is no longer just waiting on the horizon. It is moving toward you now. Do not turn away at this moment, my child, because what you are stepping into now is the center of the revelation. This is where what was hidden begins to surface. This is where confusion dissolves into clarity and where your past finally starts to make sense. The moment that divine check was approved, a sacred seal began to open. Not suddenly and not carelessly, but slowly and deliberately, the way heaven always moves when something precious is involved. That check, the one that stunned the executive, was never meant to remain a symbol. It is alive, coded with your destiny. As he stared at your account, something happened that logic could not explain. His breath caught, his hands trembled, his voice failed him. It was not fear. It was recognition, something deeper than thought. He was witnessing the supernatural brushing against the physical world, and his spirit sensed it before his mind could understand it. Unseen to him, Archangel Michael stood guard in that moment, watching carefully, ensuring that when the signature revealed itself, nothing would interfere. The handwriting on that check was not human. It carried a light that does not fade, written in a language older than time itself. Beside that signature were words carrying authority across realms, declaring that the transfer had been approved by the Kingdom of Light. Do not rush past this truth, my child. You were chosen not because you demanded, but because you endured. The delays you faced were never rejections. They were reinforcements. Heaven knew that what was coming would require a stronger version of you. So life shaped you, the waiting sculpted you, The silence trained you to hear beyond noise. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every disappointment refined your heart. Every closed door taught you to trust guidance instead of control. None of the waiting was wasted. It was construction. And now that construction phase has ended. You have entered the season of receipt. This check is not about money. It is about access. Access to spaces you once prayed for, clarity you once begged for, and alignment that once felt just out of reach. What is unfolding now is not coincidence. It is confirmation. What you endured has meaning. What you survived has purpose. And what you are stepping into has been prepared for you all along. Your voice is about to carry weight. You are stepping into a level of favor that cannot be debated or denied. Moments where your name will be spoken in rooms you have not yet entered. Doors are opening that you never had to knock on, because heaven opened them from the inside for you. Right now, Archangel Michael is whispering something important, and it matters that you hear it clearly. The reason the pressure felt so intense just before this shift is because pressure always comes before release. Your spirit was being stretched to hold more than it ever has before. That stretching was uncomfortable. At times it hurt, at times it confused you, and at times it left you feeling completely drained. But it also expanded you. What once would have overwhelmed you will now sit easily in your hands. Pay close attention to what you have been feeling lately, my child. The unexpected calm followed by sudden waves of emotion. The moments of deep clarity mixed with heaviness. That was not instability. That was recalibration. Your inner world was adjusting to a higher alignment. Heaven does not announce upgrades out loud. It weaves them in quietly, gently, until you realize you are no longer who you used to be. Right now, your life is being recalculated. Every loss is being answered with restoration. Every delay is being repaid with acceleration. Every moment you thought had no meaning is now being revealed as necessary. The check you carry is proof that nothing you endured was overlooked. Heaven was gathering the full amount owed to you so that when it arrived, it would arrive whole and complete. The banker was chosen only as a witness. You were chosen as the recipient. His role was temporary. Yours is transformative. What is being released into your life will not end with you unless you choose to close your hands. This is not just a blessing. It is an entrustment. Archangel Michael speaks again, gently but with authority. He says that the moment you recognize the sender, everything within your life will begin to rearrange itself. The sender is not distant or unfamiliar. This presence has walked with you through your journey. You felt it guiding you when logic failed you. You sensed it protecting you even when you did not realize danger was near. You leaned on it even when you did not have the words to describe what you were experiencing. The signs you have been noticing lately are not coincidences. The repeating numbers, familiar names appearing out of nowhere, unexpected reminders, old memories resurfacing at just the right time. These are fingerprints. They are signals that your timeline is aligning with something promised long ago. Heaven never rushes revelation. It unfolds it at a pace your spirit can sustain. Stay with me, my child, because this part matters deeply. Your struggles were never ignored. They were recorded with precision. Every one of them added weight to what is now being released. This check is not generosity. It is justice. Divine justice that is balanced, intentional, and exact. You may feel a strange readiness rising within you, as if something is about to happen but you cannot explain what it is. That is not anxiety. That is awareness. Your spirit knows a door is opening and it is preparing to walk through it. Trust that feeling. Do not push it away. Do not overanalyze it. Simply stay present with it. Archangel Michael assures you now that what is unfolding cannot be intercepted. Any resistance that once tried to delay this transfer has been removed. Your record has been cleared. Your name has been stamped with divine authorization. Nothing counterfeit can interfere with what has been sealed. You are moving from survival into stewardship, from waiting into receiving, from hoping into holding. This transition may feel unfamiliar because you are stepping into a version of life you have never lived before. But you are not unqualified. You were trained by fire, shaped by faith, and refined through patience. Before we go deeper, my child, Ask your heart whether it recognizes that this message is meant for you. When you respond with belief and alignment, you are not trying to convince heaven. You are positioning yourself to receive with awareness. Stay until the end, because what comes next will reveal not only who sent the check, but why it had to arrive exactly now. This is the depth where heaven finally explains what it was protecting on your behalf and why the weight you carried was never meaningless. Nothing about what you endured was random. That check did not arrive without resistance. Long before it was released with your name on it, opposition rose in realms you never saw, forces that recognized your rise long before you did. In the unseen, Archangel Michael lifted his sword, and when he did, the atmosphere shifted. There was a moment when envy, delay, and confusion tried to intercept what had already been authorized for you. They saw your breakthrough moving toward you and attempted to freeze it mid-transfer. That heaviness you felt, those waves of exhaustion that made no sense, the emotional fog that came and went without warning, those were never signs that you were failing. They were echoes of a battle being fought on your behalf. You were never weak. You were under pressure because something valuable was being protected. Heaven does not guard what is ordinary. Michael did not descend to negotiate. He came to enforce divine law. Every false claim spoken against your name was revoked. Every shadow that tried to attach itself to your future was cut away. What you carry now was secured through warfare you were never meant to fight consciously. Heaven fought it for you. This is why everything felt delayed right before the shift. The visible could not manifest until every counterfeit signature was removed. Heaven waits until the transfer is clean, irreversible, and sealed. And now it is. Michael declares that no force, human or unseen, has access to what has been marked as yours. Your name now carries divine ownership alone. The stunned expression on the banker's face was not just surprise. It was prophecy. He represented the systems of the world, systems that could not understand how someone once overlooked, underestimated, or dismissed could suddenly be entrusted with something so vast. Heaven delights in overturning those systems, not to embarrass them, but to reveal that favor does not follow status. It follows alignment. The numbers written on that check carry meaning far beyond quantity. Each digit reflects a completed season in your life. Every loss added weight. Every pain added value. Every moment you chose integrity when compromise would have been easier added another measure. And when the total reached divine completion, heaven said, "Now." Michael whispers something crucial in this moment. The transaction is irreversible. No delay can undo it. No opinion can cancel it. No fear can diminish it. What has been sealed in divine time cannot be undone by human timing. You are not late. You are not behind. You arrived exactly when you were meant to. You may already feel the atmosphere around you changing. A strange lightness mixed with intensity. Moments of peace followed by sudden emotion. That is your spirit adjusting to overflow. Scarcity has weight. Release has a different weight. Your inner world is learning how to carry abundance without anxiety. Heaven is moving you from a mindset of holding on into a way of flowing through. This matters because what is coming was never meant to stop with you. It is meant to move through you. You are being positioned as a conduit, not a container. That is why your heart had to be refined. That is why bitterness was removed. That is why pride was softened. Overflow requires clarity. Michael speaks again, letting you know that what once tried to stop this transfer has now collapsed under divine authority. You may notice that old obstacles no longer affect you the way they once did. Triggers are losing their power. Fear is loosening its grip. Situations that once drained you now pass without impact. This is not emotional numbness. This is spiritual authority settling in. You are stepping out of reaction and into response, out of defense and into direction. This is what happens when heaven clears the path ahead instead of asking you to fight your way through it. Listen carefully now. The world may not understand your sudden elevation. Some will question it. Some will quietly envy it. Some will attempt to reconnect for reasons that are not pure. Do not let this disturb you. It is confirmation, not complication. When heaven moves someone forward, attention follows. You are not responsible for managing reactions. You are responsible for maintaining alignment. The check you carry is not loud. It does not announce itself. Its power is revealed through effect. Doors opening without explanation. Favor meeting you unexpectedly. Solutions appearing before problems fully form. This is the language of divine overflow. Michael assures you now that the battle is finished. The guarding phase has ended. The receiving phase has begun. You no longer need to brace yourself for loss. That season has expired. You are learning how to stand without flinching when good arrives. Stay with me because what comes next is where heaven reveals where all of this leads. The check was never the destination. It was the key. And that key unlocks something real, something ancient, something prepared long before this moment. If your spirit feels anchored here, if something within you knows this message is meant for you, respond in faith and stay connected. This is not about agreeing with words. It is about alignment with timing. Something has shifted permanently. You are not returning to who you were. You are stepping forward as who you were always meant to be. The vault that carries your name is about to be revealed. And when you understand what it holds, your sense of possibility will expand beyond anything you imagined. This is the moment where everything settles into truth. What you are feeling now is not excitement alone. It is recognition, a deep knowing rising within you, telling you that something permanent has changed. The vault that carried your name has opened. What was stored in the unseen has begun its final transition into your reality. When Michael unlocked that vault, heaven did not erupt in noise. It fell into reverent silence, because what poured out was not just blessing, but memory. Every prayer you thought went unanswered. Every moment you chose faith while feeling empty. Every time you stayed kind when bitterness would have been easier. Every time you stayed kind when bitterness would have been easier. All of it was gathered, refined, and returned as provision, favor, and authority. Inside that vault was everything delayed, denied, or diverted from you. Not lost, not stolen. Simply held until the right version of you was ready to receive it. And now the vault recognizes your voice. It opens because you are aligned, not because you forced entry. Heaven responds to resonance, not pressure. You may feel warmth around you now, or a calm settling in your chest. You may feel emotional without knowing why. This is not imagination. It is your spirit adjusting to ownership, not ownership of things, but ownership of purpose. The check that once existed as a symbol has become a key, and that key is unlocking doors that once refused to open. You will notice it subtly at first. Conversations shifting in your favor. Opportunities appearing without struggle. People responding to you with respect you did not ask for. This is not because you changed outwardly. It is because your inner authority has activated. You are no longer seeking permission to live in fullness. The banker was only the first witness. Others will soon react with the same quiet disbelief. They will wonder how things shifted so quickly. But you know the truth. It was not quick. It was precise. It was timed. It was finally. Michael whispers now that the first visible sign will arrive quietly. Not with spectacle, but with alignment. It may look ordinary, an unexpected message, a reopened door, a sudden invitation, but your spirit will recognize it instantly. You will feel that still inner shock that says, "This is it." When that moment comes, move. Movement is part of manifestation. Nothing about this was meant to cut you off from others, inflate your ego, or place a heavy burden on your shoulders. It was meant to move through you, not trap you. You are being trusted, not simply blessed. What was released was never about comfort alone, but about impact. As this settles in, you may notice your desires quietly shifting. Things that once felt urgent may lose their grip, while what truly matters begins to stand out with surprising clarity. This is alignment deepening within you. Gratitude will become what steadies you, and awareness will become what protects you. When you honor the source, the flow remains open and unobstructed. Archangel Michael speaks clearly now, reminding you to guard your light, not by hiding it away, but by grounding it deeply. As more attention comes your way, opportunities will increase too, but not every opportunity carries truth. Discernment will be what keeps you balanced. Every disappointment you endured before this moment trained you for exactly where you stand now. You have learned how to listen inwardly, how to pause, how to feel what is real. Do not be afraid of the height you are reaching. You were prepared for this elevation. The struggles that once felt too heavy to survive quietly built the strength you are now standing on. This rise is not accidental. It is intentional. It is designed. Soon, 3 confirmations will appear in your life, not because you demanded proof, but because heaven confirms what it completes. When you notice them, do not brush them aside or explain them away. Let them settle your heart. You are no longer waiting for something to begin. You are already walking inside fulfillment. Carry this truth with you as you move forward. Abundance is not about possession. It is about flow. What you release expands. What you cling to becomes stagnant. You were chosen because you stayed faithful even when there was little to hold on to. That faith is why heaven now trusts you with overflow. Archangel Michael stands beside you in this moment, not as a warrior, but as a witness. The battle has ended. The transfer is complete. Your name is written among promises that are finished, not pending.